My name's Eric Barilar. I have a small company called Final Draft Maryland. Been doing that for about 10 years independently. I think probably like a lot of other people, I just stumbled right into it. I started working for a company called VistaWall, working on shop drawings, fabrication drawings, working with glazing subcontractors on their larger projects. Didn't know a ton at that point, and where this could all go, and even if contracting like I'm doing now was even a thing. I went on to work for Solar Innovations, Graham Architectural Products, and architectural testing. And like I said, I'm currently a project manager for a glazing subcontractor in Baltimore. Just kind of the relationship building and finding somebody new and finding out what you can do for them. Glazing work, that's the main chunk of what I do, but I do game layouts for athletic flooring manufacturers as well. So like all the painted lines on the gym floors, finding those people that need somebody that they don't know where to go to, and you can really help them out. Time and scope are the two most important things. And if we're not communicating on those 2 points, both of us are going to be disappointed. As aside from that, once you get into the job, I need to know all the specs that you know. One of the things that I think it's overlooked a little bit is the takeoff from the estimator. That's really helpful on our side to be able to know what systems are getting used where, and not to confuse where you had an idea that I didn't pick up on. So I use basic tools for the most part. I use some dynamic blocks in AutoCAD to kind of speed things up, and templates. Anytime I see something I'm doing multiple times, I'll kind of create my own tools for myself. But it's a lot as far as like industry specific tools out there. A lot of what we're doing is digital, and they're just, you got to figure it out for yourself a lot of the time, or learn along the way. So, and I have I don't know if you want to call it a luxury of being a project manager as well, and seeing kind of the person that hires me as well. I'm both people in this scenario. So being a project manager, opens your eyes and kind of makes me as a drafter look out for the things that I would need to order the materials and things like that. Or maybe suggest to another project manager something they haven't seen, and maybe I've seen in my full-time job. So I just finished my first glass canopy here in DC, and that's something that I've never had the opportunity to do a set of drawings with them. So never drew one before. Knew all the parts and pieces in general terms, and just kind of went with it. Procured the engineering, and we got the whole thing stamped and calced and approved. So I was pretty proud that it just kind of went in a good direction. Glass handrails and things that aren't the kind of straight down the middle storefront and curtain wall are they're pretty interesting to me. The other part about things like these canopies and rails is they require a good bit of coordination with other trades as well. It's not just making sure there's a hole in the building for your storefront. You're kind of stretched out in a couple of different directions. I run into a couple where I'll continually get asked for quotes and, hey, can you give me a price on this? Can you give me a price and lead time? And I do this, week after week, literally like every week. And I don't hear from them ever again on anything. 10% of what I get from these companies. And really, I'm not sure what's going on, but cheap isn't good, good isn't cheap. And I don't know if that's the problem in these cases, but I would hope that we're getting around to a point where some of these glazing contractors would know that there's a value to these drawings if you let there be. Good drafters can really make an impact for you. I would say start somewhere at a full-time position, learn and work that job. If it's estimating, if it's assistant PMing, if it's an engineering position, learn a CAD software. And think like the installer, think like the end user. If they don't do the job of getting a clear picture while you're standing on site, then that drawing set isn't a good one. So, or it's not complete. The business of finding the work is probably the hardest part. Like I said previously, I really hope the drafting marketplace really like levels our playing field for these drafters and for the glazing subcontractors to help find us better and get a better product in the end. I think the future is all what we kind of make of it.